Men of Reddit, what is one thing that instantly makes you think that a girl is girlfriend material? Can hold a conversation and has similar interests. An old man once told me this, and the more I've thought about it the more it makes sense. Find a girl that worries about you. On the face of it seems a little odd, but I get it. You may be nice and even extremely kind to a stranger, but you don't worry about them. If you worry about someone, it means their pain is your pain and their happiness is your happiness. She was kind to me, treated me like she genuinely cared about me and included me in her life. Literally, one day, she just started making plans with me to get lunch after classes. Didn't ask if I wanted to or if I even could. I felt, for the first time in a long time, that I was cared for, like someone, apart from family, would genuinely be sad if I just disappeared. She was my best friend. No games, no teases, just genuine kindness. It's been 5 years, and now I'm seeing that she's more than girlfriend material. She's wife material. Once went on a date with the neighbor's girl. We had talk about times where one is hungry and how much of a sloth I am once I hit the bed, even though I'm extremely hungry. So what happens the next night? She gets into my garden, 2-3 meters away from hers, and knocks on my window. I open my window just to see her smile, and in her hands she holds 2 sandwiches for us to eat. Fell for her instantly. Even if she doesn't share my passions, my passion makes her excited to learn things. Someone that is visibly excited to see me and sad to see me go. If she's affectionate, I'm an affectionate person and I want to be treated the same. Update: I figured I would give an example of why affection is important to me by sharing an example. About 3 years ago I was dating when I met a girl. Let's call her Kate. Kate is a gorgeous girl, very sexy, works out, makes good money, really nice. We went out for dinner and drinks, went back to my place and had sex. Sex was great, but I noticed that it lacked passion. She is not affectionate. She wouldn't make out with me or kiss me goodbye when she left. I never invited Kate back. Then I met another girl. Let's call her Sophie. She is very affectionate, very attractive. Not as attractive or as successful as Kate, but she showered me with affection. I ended up with Sophie for 2 years. Recently had to call it quits. Kate later found out that I met someone else and I was now in a relationship. She was very upset. She could not understand why I didn't choose her instead. I never told Kate why. We haven't spoken since. I'm now single and available to date, but I am not going to call Kate. I refuse to compromise affection. For me, it is a nice smile, but not just a pretty smile, but like a genuine smile. One that shows authenticity. This girl I have a huge crush on has that kind of smile. She also genuinely cares about other people. Girls like that can just have me lol. Me, frantically taking notes to make sure I'm not a damn fool. Self-awareness. It's a rare quality in people. Someone who can be honest with themselves will ultimately end up treating others better. When she really takes the time to get to know you and genuinely likes you for who you are. Thankfully I met a girl exactly like this last year and we're together now. Never felt so accepted and loved before in my life. I struck gold. Nothing. I've conditioned myself to stop falling for people this quickly because I was literally falling in love with every potential candidate lol. Well, thing is, I already had plans to go out with the guys Saturday and, oh, okay, no worries, say hi to the guys, have fun, and really meaning it. Too bad it isn't my girlfriend. But my buddy is happy. When she treats everyone with kindness, but isn't afraid to snap a bone if she needs to. Kindness and a love of video games. Knows the airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow. When she insists on taking care of you even though you may not need it, that is, fixing you a plate of food at social gathering, head scratches, little compliments, etc. Men are in fact dogs. When she hugs me and I feel safe and loved. If a woman is attracted to me I'd give her a shot. So far this hasn't happened though. You know when you both chat and don't pay attention to time. The conversation goes from serious to stupid to fun. The best part is she holds your attention to the point where everything else blurs in the background, and it's only her. She can roast me. A girl who can't hit me with a solid burn is immediately attractive to me. It shows she's smart, funny, and willing to call me on my it. I don't know about the rest of you, but for me, I like a girl that can challenge me a little. I like when a girl has no problem calling me out on itty jokes, or even one-upping me from time to time. I've got a bit of competitiveness in me, so I imagine a girl who is willing to shoot it back and forth is much more of girlfriend material than a girl that kisses my ass. When she's kind to complete strangers, like waitstaff and people working at the counter of a coffee shop, that immediately gets me even more interested. Actually liking me in a romantic way and having the same interests as me. 1. She's exciting. There's a million ways to achieve this. Play to your strengths, but there has to be some kind of spark. 2. Good person. Generally considerate and honest. etc. Trustworthy. 3. Generally put together. Having a disorganized life or no goals isn't a complete deal breaker, but it would be a big minus. Doesn't have to be super intense though. Just put together. 4. Aligned on relationship tempo and how much time we want to spend together. Nerds. I do not see the point of being in a relationship with someone I don't share interests with. I've tried it and it didn't go well. I'm not a man. I'm a girl woman. But on Facebook, I have been repeatedly tagged in memes about how that drunk girl who hands out water to people at parties is wife material. I do, in fact, have a drunken tendency to start shoving water and crackers at people and not leave them alone until they finish it. And I've gotten a bit of a reputation for it. According to my husband, it was when I thought it was a good idea to shout. I did not kick that child in the head. She ran into my boot. For the record, that is exactly what happened. I swear. I'm married now, but it used to be that she noticed I existed. If she's an extrovert, that's usually all it takes. I'm pretty shy and introverted, so I don't usually talk to girls, but I get really happy when the opposite sex takes the initiative to talk and smile and laugh and chip away at my introverted mindset in a single conversation. I envy all you extroverts with your ability to socially interact normally. If she can get past my wall without me realizing it. If she makes a move, for example if she asks for your number, it shows that if she wants you she will actually try and she won't wait around for you to ask. Also if she calls you just to hear your voice. If she can blow a large amount of air into the furnace. If there's someone who is perfectly fine on their own, that's a good sign to me. I once had a girl invite me to a party at her place, then suggested we walk to a bar because the party was stressing her out. Basically wanting to escape any large social gathering will do it for me. One who sees me for who I am. Someone who helps me through my weaknesses and makes my strengths even stronger. When she has character and isn't just the sum of the opinions, judgments, manipulations of her peer group. Independence. No, I don't want to do everything for you, and the damsel in distress act is getting old. If she make conversation feel effortless, I'm pretty much in love. Also, singling me out in group social settings in a positive way, such as asking what I think about something or giving a compliment about something that matters to me. Honestly, when this girl I was FWBS with told me to stop being a little itch in front of my dad the first time she met him. She loves dogs and calls her grandma often. Asks for a glass of water instead of soda. She can't stop bouncing to the music in her head. If she's into me, caring, has a few similar interests and can hold a convo, I find her cute, and she's fun. Really all I need. Compassion to those who don't know or don't deserve it. Also, she's open, non-judgmental, isn't immediately threatened by women in my life, has her own circle of friends and priorities that don't involve being with a boyfriend 24/7. Doesn't act like their life is a ducking TV show. They humor your dumb thoughts instead of shutting them down immediately. I had a dinner with a woman. Her phone was not on the table the whole time. She didn't take pictures of the food. Didn't check any messages or anything. I just didn't even know if she even had a phone. Second dinner. She does have a phone, but we used ours to show each other things from time to time. Still no pictures of the food, and otherwise they were in our bags the whole time. Period. I've been dating her for 2 weeks now. If my wife is attracted to her. If she likes horror and unrestrained humor. Go to be able to be me. When she geeks out over something. Movies, animals, science-wise stuff. This isn't so much something I'd like to see in a girl, as much as it's a thing you must see in a girl, or any partner for that matter, and that's that they remain themselves, and you remain yourself. You like playing poker with the guys? Girlfriend material says have fun, instead of whining that you're not hanging out with her, or that she doesn't like one of your friends. Girlfriend likes to be by herself sometimes, or spend time with her friends. Fantastic. I'm glad you have your own things, and I'm not going to get in the way of that either. There is absolutely nothing worse than getting into a relationship and feeling like you're being suffocated because you can no longer be yourself, and you're forcefully trying to create a new you that revolves around being only with this person 24/7. This will lead to damn it like referring to your girlfriend wife as the old ball and chain. If you're already at this point, you ducked up. I'm happily married and have been in the same relationship for quite a while. So take this one seriously, guys and gals. If you even get a hint that your so wants you to stop being the old you, get the duck out now. It will only get worse. Self-sufficiency. If she doesn't need me, she is with me by choice. Sometimes it do be a gut feeling. When she openly communicates and tells me how she actually feels rather than playing silly emotional games. If she recognizes that I am whistling music from Legend of Zelda, Final Fantasy or EverQuest. Little kindnesses. Not like just being polite, but something like automatically, without thinking about it, leaning over and opening the car door for me to make me fitting in ever so slightly easier. I learned that from an old movie directed by Robert De Niro called A Bronx Tale, and it stuck with me. It's a little thing, but when I ask her out and she's not available but she tells me what day she's free, independent girl who finds time to see me means she's interested, and I like that. Solid Nicolas Cage impression. If they acknowledge my existence. Kindness. Genuine real kindness along with empathy. You'd be shocked as to how rare that trait is. A woman who understands that romance is not a one-way street and is willing to meet a man halfway. A woman who understands that despite all appearances to the contrary in media, men do actually have feelings. A woman who allows a man to have moments of vulnerability and still support him instead of just labeling him as weak in one of the occasional moments where her emotional support can completely alter the trajectory of his day or week is not only rare but priceless. A woman who understands that romantic gestures should not only be directed to or benefit her and that there's nothing wrong with a mutual exchange in this regard. A woman who cannot or chooses not to do nice things for the man in her life every now and then is hard to classify as anything other than selfish. A woman who can compliment her man, remind him of why she loves, appreciates and values him is rare but definitely worth classifying as GF material. If she's capable of saying the words thank you, do your best to make things work with her. Women like this are not as common as some might think. On the other hand, women who care enough to take their man to dinner, indulge or support his interests, even if not shared, are a whole different and very rare breed, often spoken of in myth and legend in hushed tones among men. I'm kind of a boring dude. I only ever talk about things most people aren't interested in. So if she really makes an effort to talk to me, I'll know that she is a really patient and interesting person. Someone who likes to laugh and make others laugh. Has passions of her own and respects mine. Threads like these just remind me how lonely I am. For me it's being down to earth, not stuck up, or having unrealistic expectations. Also I have a lot of big red flags that would eliminate any girl. Alcoholic, jumps from man to man, is flipping out on people over trivial it, seems miserable all of the time, etc. No thanks. Someone who can listen, admit to their mistakes, can communicate, apologize and owns their bullet. That's a lady who you can go the distance with. My girl laughs at all my jokes. She's become the only one I want to make laugh. Has a good sense of humor and likes the same music as you. Also won't break up with you over text. If she loves cheese and gaming. I'm on a beautiful relationship now, and from my view, what made me think of her as girlfriend material is that I can talk openly about any topic with her. She would take care of every single word she would say to me and the rest of the people, and she would speak to me as cute as possible, as long as everything is alright between us. She is the smartest person I know, and when she is interested in a topic, she scratches till she reaches the bottom. She always gives her best. At work, at college, and with our relationship, we are constantly communicating. And that's a key for a healthy relationship. She is sincere with me. She always pays attention to what I say to her. She loves giving and receiving cuddles. She has critical thinking. She is so different from me. I love that cause every day I discover something new about her and blows my mind. Less than 3. And the most important thing, when she is next to me, I feel like all my problems are gone and I feel so happy. When you don't have to change or dilute your sense of humor mannerisms around her, as if you're just hanging with another one of the guys. Being truly coy and cheerful. When she's 3 inches tall, wears blue goggles, designs and flies her own aircraft, has a tail, and belongs to the Rescue Rangers. There are already some great responses on here, but I'll add one for myself. The ability to have disagreements or differences of opinion without then becoming arguments. Maturity. Being accountable for their actions and planning ahead. If she texts back at a reasonable rate, she's already in the 99th percentile. When she's super prepared and organized in helping someone before they even know they need help. Skip girlfriend material. That woman is going to be a wonderful mother. A dark sense of humor, not stuck up, and a great overall sense of humor. If she's polite to people who deserve it but doesn't let people push her around. Nothing more attractive than a healthy dose of confidence and self-worth, and you can take that to the bank. A sense of humor matching mine, rare and priceless. When she takes a bug outside instead of killing it. She doesn't have an Instagram. I guess someone who genuinely seems happy to be around me. Never had a GF, but all the girls I've really fallen for have been PPL like that. Who actually wants to talk to me and calls me every day. Doesn't believe in happy wife happy life. My wife and I are polar opposites. I am a scientist who loves affection and she is a musician who appreciates personal space. I actively try to find interest in her subjects and she in mine. Recently, she has started to snuggle up on me for a few minutes before she falls asleep, and that is out of character for her. She said she recognized my love language was physical affection and she knew I would like it. I do. After 10 years, we both still make an effort to change small things about ourselves that make the other happier. It broadens both of our horizons. We are also very communicative and try to eliminate the stupid little things that bother the other. For example, her thing right now is putting away the phone at dinner, and my thing right now is throwing away wrappers or trash immediately rather than leaving them on the counter. Recent annoyances have been leaving socks in the living room and leaving the cupboard doors open. It's about open communication and continual efforts to make the relationship better. She looks, sounds, smells, acts, and tastes like my wife.